You saying hello to everyone? Oh, you have your banana? Yeah. Morning. He's a good boy. And say dada. Dada. Yeah, good boy. So it's track walk day. Our accommodation is right at the top. Clouds in the valley, beautiful mountains here in Loudenvielle. So here we are, top of the track. What a beautiful morning. Just up here with Owen and Archie. They got their practice this afternoon, so getting a nice early track walk in. General feel is it's fast and flowy at the top with jumps and corners, and then it just pitches off the front and it gets steep and off camber lower down. So it's been a bit of a long few days for me after that crash in Andorra. I just want to get back on with it, so kind of wish we were riding today, but another day of walking the track. I'm gonna walk now and then watch the juniors later and then be ready for tomorrow. Keen to get on with it. Those splits last week have proper excited me for these last four. At the first road crossing, extremely off camber, fast grassy approach into a fly off the road. Probably a minute into the track, and this section's kind of flat, and then in a minute we're going to just drop off the edge there in the first shoot. It's already pretty spicy, quite wide here, and you can do a couple of options here. You can come down the grass and get this inside, which will be a bit sketchy at the moment, but if it ruts in, the main line's got this like slick rock in it, so it might not be the one. It's pretty off camber, so there's going to be loads of choice. It is really cool. Dirt steep into this catch, and then I'll jog down. It crosses back across the bike park track, and as you can see there's a gap option there, which I don't know, might be a bit far-fetched. You could push through. We'll see how this catches basically, but yeah, this looks like it's going to be awesome. So we've got some whoops there that are absolutely destroyed, then repaired them into a real big berm, and then the road crossing over the bridge. The track has literally just dropped off a cliff from where we started the steep stuff, and it just keeps on going. There's the drop. You can either come straight down or you can come out to a catch here. So really steep section. There's line choices on the way in. We're not that far below the road, to be honest. We're quite liking the inside up there into this low line, and then we're yet to look at this, but this is really steep. Crazy to see the track guys building the track today. A bit last minute considering the juniors are riding soon. But right, so bottom of track walk just had some really good news. Don't have to wait to ride. We're going to ride this afternoon. There's an electric storm or something forecast, so getting out on track after the juniors 4 till 6 today, and then quali will be tomorrow. So yeah, just looking at the last bit. What do you think of the track, bud?
She's down now.
Yeah, man.
She's going to be loose, but
very loose.
We're going to go and cut her in and just make it fun.
Yeah, man, it will be fun, that's for sure. Well, that's the sun setting on day one here, Loudenvielle. Strange day. It was supposed to be track walk day, and then halfway down track walk we found out we were going to be riding, which was cool. So ended up doing 3 runs this afternoon in the 2-hour session. The turnaround on the lift wasn't super fast, so very few people got 4, most people got 3, some people were unlucky and got 2, but feeling good. 3rd run was up to a decent pace. Tomorrow's just going to be about kind of having a look at the lines and seeing what evolves as the track changes, but top's really simple. Just follow your nose, keep the speed high, and then once it pitches down, it's real tough. So yeah, lines, off cambers, is sick. Really like it. So yeah, keen for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be practice, 2 sessions, and then qualifying. So it's all happening real quick now. Quali day, we're down in the pits. It's going to be a nice one today. Rig's ready.
Yeah. I've got loads of options. I ripped it down.
Oh, are we this morning? Hey, you've just drunk some watery beer.
It wasn't very nice. I finished it, right? Not pussy.
Of course you did. Yeah. What's this? Is this urine?
Still a special brew.
Nice, yeah, fair. Highlight your weekend so far?
Watching your dad watching news on his phone, get absolutely mental on it.
Watch the news or watching nudes? Just because you mumble in there.
News, I think.
Watching the news and going nuts.
Real angry.
Yeah.
What? No, babe, send them back.
Yeah, you get pretty cross about the news. Alright, well on that note, let's go and make some news. Get up that hill. Owen's only 10 back. There he is.
James Owen Rick now from Britain, first of 2 consecutive Brits. And we'll see his time as he comes up here. Juvenal, 7e, son meilleur résultat cette saison sur la Coupe du Monde. And for Rick, 3:47.70, 20th right now.
So it's Saturday. Last 2 days have been really good. Track walk and a quick practice session, 3 runs, and then yesterday was a long day. Practice for 3 runs, practice for 2 runs after a short break, and then qualifying. My qualifying run was at 5 to 6, so it was a long day. Tiring. Feeling really good on the track. Put like a safe quali run in, but like it's hard because I knew I was going well. I saw the junior times compared with my practice time, and my practice time would have put me like top 5 in junior, so I was like, right, I know I'm on a good one, but the margins are so tight now that you can't kind of rest on your laurels. If you just make one mistake, you're slipping outside that top 60. So I did make a mistake at the top in my quali, almost washed out, and had to throw a foot on a fairly straightforward section. Yeah, riding easy almost caused more problems than it solved. So every kind of little mistake I made, or everywhere where I felt like I held back a bit, I was like, shit, am I throwing time away that I can't afford to throw away? So yeah, it wasn't a great run. I feel like I've got a fair bit of time in the tank, 3 or 4 seconds, maybe 5, in the same conditions, which would be kind of putting me into that top 20, top 15 from the times yesterday. So going for a track walk now. We had a lightning storm yesterday, which was pretty impressive. Juniors were supposed to race today, but we've just had a notification saying they've cancelled it because of the rain on the track. So seems like a strange decision to me. We did see the juniors riding off for practice this morning. Now whether they did practice and then people were really struggling to ride the track and they made the call based on that, I'm not sure, but going to be interesting to walk it now and see what we can see. I'm glad we've got a day off. I am absolutely knackered. Yeah, day off, and then we've got an hour's practice in the morning, semi-final, top 30 go through to final, so I really feel like I've got a shot at that. So yeah, gonna wind it on. So I'm on the first shoot. As it is right now, I really don't see a problem. Good view of this top steep section, and it looks unreal right now. That rain has like made that berm so much better. It all looks rideable. This is one of the steeper sections, but we've been going left across the off-camber in the dry, no bother, whereas now if you need to, there's the straight shoot down into that bottom line, so still rideable in these conditions. So this is the steepest bit. Come along that low line, and we have been opening up high and then riding the off-camber through there. There is absolutely no way that's possible now. All you'd be doing in this weather is turning in tight as slow as you can and then going down into that catch and just trying to just control the speed, hit the catch, and then it's uphill out of there. So I'm standing halfway down the off-camber. You are not riding it in the wet unless you're a wizard. So that's the catch there. Another flow uphill, and then that next bit is probably one of the hardest bits because totally off camera. There's not really a safe line. There's a catch down in the bottom that I've not ridden. I've just been holding high the whole time. So let's go and have a look at what we do in the wet. Come down into the catch, deal with this little uphill, and then I would stick with my line, cut across back onto the off camber. Bottom of that section, it's open, muddy into this terrible corner. Going to be real tough to hold it together down there at a controlled speed and then drive through here in these conditions. Yeah, so it's definitely bad. I've fallen over 3 times on a track walk, and I can't remember the last time I fell over once on a track walk. So yeah, that section especially back there is very slippy, but I still think rideable. So just at the bottom now, last little section. In terms of them cancelling the junior race, I honestly have no idea. It does seem strange after walking the track. It does seem rideable, but I didn't see what was going on in practice. There's obviously concerns there, so it is what it is. So back at the pits after track walk, just then at the bottom caught Rory Cunningham, who used to race downhill and is in charge of the track now. And he pointed out the main reason that they've cancelled the junior race is because of safety concerns. Basically, he showed me footage of some of the junior riders crashing on the steep sections. They couldn't get back to their bikes and then get off the track, and marshals couldn't get to the rider. So if you imagine a bad crash where the rider's actually injured and they need to get medics to those riders, then yeah. However, devil's advocate, why was the track not built in a way where there were access points made to those more difficult areas, or there were chicken lines in place that we could all be diverted to in bad weather? Main line's closed and everybody has to ride an easier line, which is obviously longer, but yeah, surely there were ways around it where they didn't have to cancel the event that they could have done in the run up to the race. So yeah, it was interesting to hear Rory's thoughts, and he said it was a really tough decision that they didn't want to make, but ultimately the decision was made on safety concerns. Oh yeah.
Here we go, this time with Jack Reading, and Jack has had some really strong performances in qualies. Semis have been a bit more difficult for him. He had a spot of bad luck last week as he was going really well in Andorra. So here he comes, 4.3 seconds off for the Brit Jack Reading.
Allez, pour Jack Reading, et puis un petit peu la même punition là dans cette troisième section, alors qu'il faisait un excellent temps de départ sur la première section, quasiment à 1 seconde d'amélioration du temps de l'Italien. Il retombe à 5 secondes 4 sur la 4e section, derrière le meilleur temps de Davide, et vous l'accueillez ici dans cette raquette d'arrivée, Loudenvielle. Et il terminera top 10 provisoire en 3:48.363.
Alright, well that's the end of that. A little bit disappointed today. Last week I was frustrated, this week disappointed. I had good practice in the wet, got on with the track really well and was feeling good. But with 1 hour practice, 2 runs, especially with Dan not here to kind of compare GoPros with, it was felt a little bit lost in kind of how to ride to get that top 30 and just basically didn't go fast enough. Got to the bottom and pretty much knew I was like, that was too easy. Exact opposite to last week. Last week I put a little bit too much hot sauce on, this week I put none on at all, so yeah, that's the way it's gone. Still riding well, take the points, and nice to be, nice to be in there again. Come down with a bit of a head cold yesterday as well. Not that I'm in any way making excuses, but I feel like shit. So hopefully can shake this off and go and carry on in Leger.